Save on affordable and reliable insurance, auto, business, health, life, homeowners, renters, group. These days insurance have been swarming the four corners of the United States. Whether we like it or not, insurance is a need. Why? There is no denying the fact that one disaster can have a devastating effect on a firm, a family and an individual. It can be damage, bankruptcy and death to name a few. What are the factors that we should consider and how can we know the insurance that we need? Car, auto insurance. One has to consider the purpose of owning it, whether for personal use, for public transport use like a private taxi, or use for transportation of goods and industrial materials. Age is also a major consideration. Old vehicles pay a higher premium than new ones. The type and model of the vehicle has a major role also. When buying car, auto insurance online, there are sites that provide automated tools. They're using an auto coverage analyzer where you have to answer a few questions about your financial standing, automobile condition, etc. From this information it will generate what category of coverage you need. Business insurance. There are insurance companies which have policies that combine protection for all major property and liability risks in one package. But you could also go with a separate coverage which is called a business owner's policy (BOP). For protection against flood damage, find out if your office is in the flood zone area. And if so, you must go for a policy that provides coverage against flood. Special earthquake insurance policy or commercial property. Earthquake endorsement can cover you if you live in an earthquake-prone area. However, its policies have different deductibles. Meanwhile, business interruption insurance reimburses you for the lost income during a shutdown, only applies to damage covered under this policy. On the other hand, Terrorism Risk Insurance Act 2002 covers loss due to any terrorism only for those businesses that have this coverage. Injuries and deaths due to acts of terrorism are exceptions in workers' compensation. Health insurance. With health insurance, you protect yourself and your family in case you need medical care that could be very expensive. If you have insurance, many of your costs are covered by a third-party payer, insurance company, employer, not by you. Kinds of health insurance. Group insurance. Most Americans get health insurance through their jobs or are covered because a family member has insurance at work. Group insurance is generally the least expensive kind. In many cases, the employer pays part or all of the cost. Some employers offer only one health insurance plan. Some employers offer a choice of plans. These are: A. Fee-for-service insurance companies pay fees for the services provided to the insured people covered by the policy. This type of health insurance offers the most choices of doctors and hospitals. You can choose any doctor you wish and change doctors anytime. You can go to any hospital in any part of the country. The insurer only pays for part of your doctor and hospital bills. B. Health maintenance organizations (HMOs). Health maintenance organizations are prepaid health plans. As an HMO member, you pay a monthly premium. In exchange, the HMO provides comprehensive care for you and your family, including doctor's visits, hospital stays, emergency care, surgery, lab tests, X-rays, and therapy. C. Preferred Provider Organizations (PPOs). The Preferred Provider Organization is a combination of traditional fee-for-service and an HMO. Like an HMO, there are a limited number of doctors and hospitals to choose from. When you use those providers, sometimes called preferred providers, other times called network providers, most of your medical bills are covered. Individual insurance. If your employer does not offer group insurance, or if the insurance offered is very limited, you can buy an individual policy. You can get fee-for-service, HMO, or PPO protection. But you should compare your options and shop carefully because coverage and costs vary from company to company. Individual plans may not offer benefits as broad as those in group plans. Tips when shopping for individual insurance. Shop carefully. Policies differ widely in coverage and cost. Contact different insurance companies, or ask your agent to show you policies from several insurers so you can compare them. Make sure the policy protects you from large medical costs. Read and understand the policy. Make sure it provides the kind of coverage that's right for you. You don't want unpleasant surprises when you're sick or in the hospital. Check to see that the policy states the date that the policy will begin paying. Some have a waiting period before coverage begins, and what is covered or excluded from coverage. Make sure there is a free look clause. Most companies give you at least 10 days to look over your policy after you receive it. If you decide it is not for you, you can return it and have your premium refunded. Beware of single disease insurance policies. There are some policies that offer protection for only one disease, such as cancer. If you already have health insurance, your regular plan probably already provides all the coverage you need. Check to see what protection you have before buying any more insurance. Life insurance. There are two basic types of life insurance: term and permanent. Term insurance is purely life insurance, while permanent, aka cash value or whole life policies, include a savings element. Benefits of a term life policy: if you die during the term of your policy, your beneficiaries get paid. That's all there is to it. You aren't paying anything extra to fund a savings account or cover investment fees. And because the market is so competitive for term insurance, companies have a huge incentive to keep prices low. With relatively little effort, you can compare, shop, and assure yourself of a good deal. You pay only for what you need when you need it. You typically need life insurance coverage for a specific period of time, until the kids are out of college, for instance. Benefits of a permanent life insurance policy. A permanent plan can give you access to some or all of the premiums that you have been paying for in a way favorable to your taxes. It's with you until you die. This type of policy coverage is guaranteed for your life with no out-of-the-blue payment increases. A term policy will expire at a certain date, and a renewed policy could have much higher premiums. Maybe the best reason for a permanent policy is to make sure your estate and investments don't get eaten up by the government. A permanent policy can provide peace of mind that your family and loved ones will be taken care of for the future. Remember, the decision to buy a permanent or a term life insurance policy will depend on your situation, your age, your financial well-being, and other factors. If you are a young family with some investments to protect but not financially stable, a term life policy might be a good idea to protect those investments and your family. However, if you are financially stable with considerable investments, it may be a better decision in the long run to purchase a permanent plan.